Well, France 24's international affairs editor Philip Turle is with me now on set for more analysis on this. So, Philip, what exactly is in this deal then?
Okay, well, this is a deal that's been set up to extract valuable minerals and earth from Ukraine for the United States, basically to make money to be paid back in the eyes of Donald Trump for all the money that was pumped into Ukraine during the first 3 years of the war against Russia. Donald Trump has been putting a figure on that of $500 billion, which has then now been reduced to $350 billion by Donald Trump. But in fact, the actual figure is being put at around $120 billion by the Kiel Institute, which is the German economic research body. First of all, Volodymyr Zelensky refused a deal which basically meant that Ukraine had to just reimburse $500 billion, saying that was just not possible because it would ruin the country for generations to come. That led to the treatment of Volodymyr Zelensky as a dictator by Donald Trump last week. So this new deal is basically going to set up an investment fund which will be partly funded by Ukraine up to 50%, and then the US will come in to ensure that Ukraine is looked after when it comes down to rebuilding and reinvesting in the country at a later date. Now, what's missing here is the idea that Ukraine wants that there will be security guarantees thrown in with that. That's to say the US will oversee the setting up of a peacekeeping mission there. It won't be sending its own forces, but it will be keeping a view from the skies to protect those forces against possible Russian aggression. We haven't had that said by the White House, but I think what is clear here is that for both sides, this is a victory for the Ukrainians because they are getting a deal where the US is going to be investing in some way in the future of Ukraine and could come up with security guarantees. We don't know if that's going to be the case, but Volodymyr Zelensky can sell that to the Ukrainian people much better than the first deal that was offered and he turned down a week ago. And from the US point of view, Donald Trump will throw this deal out to his supporters saying, well, look, we're going to get the money back we've invested in Ukraine because we're going to be able to mine those rare minerals, which will be very beneficial for the US economy.
And so what do you think then, if anything, Ukraine, for its part, has to gain from this?
I think that, it's good news for Volodymyr Zelensky because remember this time last week, he was really thrown under the bus by Donald Trump. Now he's going to the White House today to sign this agreement. I think he's back in Donald Trump's good books, which is good for him. He doesn't want to be on the wrong side of the US president, who is completely unpredictable. It's not an easier call for him because he's right in the middle of a war with Russia. He doesn't know what the agreement between Russia and the United States will be if there's going to be one. But it's a step in the right direction for the Ukrainian president. So he's held his own and tried to come up with some kind of good agreement.
I'm sure it's possible that there will be surprises coming out of that joint press conference later on. We see some live pictures behind you there, Philip. We'll, of course, be taking comments from both of those leaders when they come in here on France 24. Thank you very much, Philip.